So, Irkai Tunai, with nature's blessings, we start all our sessions. Welcome to the MSME Problem Statement Session. Sharang, very happy to have you here with us. Myself, Desika Prabhakar, founder and director of the Purpose Foundation, and we have Lakshmi, COO of the Purpose Foundation. So, welcome and thank you so much for joining us today. We're very happy to have you as part of our 100 MSMEs of this initiative, Hack4Purpose second edition by United Nations Unleash as well as the Purpose Foundation, where we're trying to bridge MSMEs real-time problem solving by our ecosystem of college students, experts, mentors, trainers to provide a real-time impact. So happy to have you here. And to start off, I would request you to introduce yourself, about your company, the amazing things you're doing, the sustainable products that you're working on, the technologies you're working on, how long you're in the industry. So please go ahead.
Hi, thank you for inviting me over here. It's a pleasure to be speaking in front of you. And I'm the founder of Rekaps. It is one of the a startup innovation company which is working in the space of sustainability and material sciences. We have a few 6 patents around sustainability, material sciences, and making new products. We are mainly focusing on using recycled plastics or using the waste which is from the packaging industry, mainly multi-layered plastics, to make it into a usable products. So we are focusing on two things. First is with the MLPs, we make concrete or sustainable tiles, paver blocks, which are used in the construction industry. The second one, what we are trying to do is we are replacing the wood, which is reducing the deforestation, which which impacts largely on not cutting down the trees for using the furniture. So, if you want, I can show you a quick presentation. Will that do?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, please go ahead.
So this is the all kind of waste that comes to the factory. We are making such tiles. Firstly, 100% out of the waste plastics, and sometimes we also mix construction and demolition waste. We have built almost around 200 schools all around India, with more of corporate usage, and the companies which are producing this kind of waste are using are promoting to the use of this particular tiles. We have tiles are used on the petrol pumps as well. As you can see, the heavy duty vehicles also can go on it, and this is how the products are, or the waste plastics which was burned down is being currently used for repurposing. The second is the furniture that I told you. So this is one of the furnitures we are making. Again, this is made 100% out of the multi-layered plastics waste or mixed plastic waste. Um can be repurposed in a lot of things, and the main thing is that all these plastics or all these products that you see can be reused or recycled at least 7 to 8 times, so the life cycle keeps on growing. And done a lot of projects with the US consulate or famous cricketers. This is what we are doing with a lot of other brands to showcase how they are contributing towards using this waste plastics as a new material. Another thing was in furniture itself, we are also making plywoods, which is replacing the wood based plywoods, again made from all plastic waste only, and it can replace the usage of wood based plywoods in making wardrobes, cabinets, similar. So this is what we are doing in Maharashtra, where we are supplying it to Mada housing also, where they are making kitchen drawers and all the kitchen furniture out of this plastic based plywoods. Replacing some products which are concrete based for Adani electricities, and the use case is going on to replace whatever is causing harm or generating a lot of heat. So concrete is one of the largest emitter of CO2 while production. So we are trying to replace concrete, as I told you, with the tiles, and this is with the slabs as well. So, and the third thing that we do is, of course, we make clothes out of plastic bottles. So three sectors, that is mainly what we work in: the concrete, the furniture, and the textiles. And then we do a lot of t-shirts for marathons and for various events. So this is a few things that we are doing right now. So as you can see, with this particular presentation, you can see that there are three main objectives of the company that we work in: the furniture, the concrete replacement, and using recycled plastics to make textiles. So the problem statement that we have, that we currently are facing, is um, there is net zero wastage in making the furniture, or net zero wastage in you making the concrete or the tiles, because each and every wastage that happens during the production level is again reused and made into products. Okay, but it is not similar. It is not the same in textiles. While making textiles and making the garments, uh, after making the garments, there is a lot of cutting, trimmings of this textiles which remains. So, textile recycling is a major focus, which is for the company also, that we are doing a lot of R&D on, and we are looking for more and more support from innovators and scientists who are working on large scale models to recycle the textile waste, because there is plenty of it. Plastics is recyclable if disposed properly, but textiles is even a bigger problem for the world because of the fast fashion that is growing on day-to-day basis. And actually, nothing is happening of textile waste right now. There are very, very few people who are turning those textiles into upcycled materials, maybe just using repurposing it into bags or purses or small things, but it is not solving the problem, because it is just looking aesthetically good. But only the good textiles can be used to repurpose, but the waste or the torn out textiles are really not being used. It is just being dumped into the landfills or being used as burning material in the cement kilns or waste to energy plants. It has a good calorific value, but as a sustainability enthusiast, we would think of it as repurposing it or reusing it before it goes into waste to energy or it's burned down. So that is the focus right now for the company. We currently have we are trying to recycle this plastic, this textile waste, into making something similar to what our products are. As you have seen, that the sheets are one product that we are focusing on making it, because it has a multiple or a varied purpose or use case. It can be used in the furniture, of course. It can be used in slab constructions and many use cases. Uh, and only if textiles are being made into boards, it can be used as a acoustic material as well, so for greater sound barriers. So that is one more additions that we are looking for. We are currently working with a car interior manufacturing company, which is producing a lot of car the textiles waste, because there are a lot of cars being produced on a daily basis. The type of textiles which they produce is very complex. Like what we wear is, say, cotton or polyester or nylon. It is one single material. Just like you know about the multi-layered plastics, it has multiple layers of plastics inside, such that similar to that, in automobile industry, the fabrics which are being used are of complex material. It has nylon, it has glass wool, it has PU foam, it has multiple things. So we are trying to solve that particular problem and would encourage people how we can solve this problem. So this is the type of complex plastic, the textile waste, which is right now what we are focusing on. Um, there are few things that can be done. The first is separation of each and every layer. So this is nylon and polyester mix. This is glass fiber. This is PU foam. Then what we did was we made sheets out of it. We crushed it, compression molded it, and using a few resins or few bonding materials, we tried to make something like this. But and this is a similar thing that was done. So this is something that currently we are working on, and we would love some partnerships over here who are solving a similar problem of textile waste recycling, because there is a lot of opportunity business wise as well, because the raw material or the collection level is high. People are being encouraged for collection of this textile waste. I know few partners in India and out of India as well, who means yesterday, this is from yesterday, that one of my clients was asking me if he could give me 300 tons of textile waste per day for free of cost from Israel. So that is the amount of raw material which is available. So 300 tons of raw material for free of cost into the factory is a very huge thing. So, and this is a very small client of mine. So there are a lot of different players who are coming into it, but there is no particular solution. There are very small solutions by the big brands and the big fashion names of the world in Europe, but they are doing like 1 kg of recycling textiles per in 12 hours or 24 hours. So so that is a very small model, and we would like to collaborate with people who are working on these ideas, having machineries, because and a long a, which a machineries which can process big volumes. Like I told you, 300 tons per day is the raw material input that is available right now. If we search for it, even more can come, even 10 times is easily possible of this. So that is the problem statement that I would like to focus on, because other plastic waste is easily solvable. There is a lot of solutions for all the plastic waste in the world right now. It just needs to be segregated properly. And even if it is not segregated, there is a solution for it, for repurposing, recycling, and reusing, and making it into a profitable product. All the solutions for plastics which are available have been invented, have been made. We need to focus now on a different problem. Go ahead from the plastics problem, because plastic problem is solved. We just need rules and regulations from the government sides, and there are people like us who are recycling it, who are if right amount of funding is available from the government for MSMEs like us, we can go from recycling say 10 tons per day to 100 tons per day as well, if the right amount of funding is required. But technologies are available, machineries are available, at the right cost, at the right place. It is just the sourcing of material which needs to be streamlined at the right cost. If we get it, we can repurpose it. And there is one more addition I would like to do is to encourage this particular. So you saw we are making furnitures, we are making tiles, we can be used in constructions and furniture making, and also the textiles. If at all government wants to support, they need to support such kind of businesses who are doing such good work or work in sustainability, by at least reducing down GST by 1%. Even if they reduce the taxes on it by 1% or 2%, if not the lowest the tax benefits, then it will help industries like us to be encouraged, and the end client or the end consumer to purchase this particular products. They will use it, will be encouraged for the consumer, it will be beneficial for them to pay 5% tax for at least 2 years, 3 years, which will encourage and help them to actually feel the product, because they are not wanting to spend extra buck for sustainability. They want to spend whatever they are getting. So if I am selling my t-shirt at 200 rupees and someone else is selling it at 190 rupees, they will go to 190 rupees. But the impact of environment or the sustainability that we are doing is much higher than what the 190 rupees, the person who is selling the t-shirt at 190 is doing. So such policies of by the government can help companies and MSMEs like us to promote our products and also encourage the consumer to buy sustainable products, which is having less taxes, and it could help the whole supply chain of waste management, recycling, and making the product manufacturing companies as well, to be in the market for a longer term. So these are few of my points.
Thank you so much, Sharang. I think we see your passion and also the practicality. I must say that we really appreciate how practical you are approaching the whole of sustainability and its integration into the whole of waste management side. Because in a market like India, cost speaks first, like you rightly said, no matter the innovation or the technology or sustainability, unless there are policies in place, it's the cost that really puts the face on everything else. But as you rightly said, shifting from the plastic waste problem, it is more of a behavioral problem than a practical sort of an innovation problem. But when we talk about textile waste, since there is a huge mix up of different composition in each materials, it is definitely a big strain on the recycling to separate the layers or to find a higher value for it instead of burning, like you said. So we have taken down your first statement as textile waste to valuable products, not aesthetically trying to repurpose it, but to try to find a higher value or a higher profit product, which is also not again waste to energy, which is the last resort. So looking at ways how we can convert different textile waste into an actual viable product, that will be the first one on how we can support technology with that. And you also mentioned about the machines which are needed for a higher ton capacity, right?
Of
When
textile
you
waste.
talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
like 300 tons of free raw materials which are available up to 300 tons and all, so how do we massively look at that approach? Like if you imagine textile waste in that sense, definitely there is no machinery at least available now, so we have to only look into it. Has its own problems again when you look at large scale. So let us start designing, maybe piloting something so that we kind of can reach that extent.
The first would be for the textile waste recycling into valuable products. That is the first. The second one is lab scale machineries which can be scaled up. Um, because I'm sure the students or the one who is going to participate won't be making the machineries for industrial level. They will be at a lab scale level, but just that it could be or should be scalable. That is the second point. The third point, specific third point could be yes, just repurposing mixed composite textile waste could be the third problem statement of recycling mixed composite textile waste. It could be mix of textile plus plastics plus glass fibers. So this is a type of composition. So yes,
Yes.
these are the three
Yes.
three three particular things. Other than that, there are more a lot of problems in the plastic industries as well. There is a problem statement of water, as you rightly said, of how we can reuse the water which is being used to wash again and again. So that is something that can be looked into. But again, there are solutions for that as well in the industry. Yes. So I will stick to my textiles part. There are policies that needs to become in there also. So yes, students could and the participants could work on the textile waste, which is a big, huge problem.
Absolutely.
But also the construction and demolition waste. So construction is going to happen and demolition is going to happen. So that is another kind of waste that needs to be utilized, which we are utilizing as well. So multi-layer plastics is possible. And my industry or my factory, my startup was started because of the support from United Nations only. So we won an award for Material of the Year by in 2020 by United Nations Youth Solution Program, which helped us to take this as a in as a career in my life, from like leaving the computer science degree that I had and coming full time into sustainability or into this. It was because of the United Nations Youth Solution Program that we started our startup, um, and discovered this material value that can be turned into a much higher purpose, and can replace a lot of renewable or non-renewable products. So it is 100% possible, and support from United Nations has been always a key factor for our startup to grow. We have the solutions. There just needs to be the right kind of support in terms of using it by the end client. So that's why the government, as I said previously, the government needs to come into play and make sure that people are buying these products now. We have done the innovations in the last 5 years. We it is, and it is not just me. It is the whole huge book of communities, people who are doing it. So I am a part of associations called Indian Plastic Institutes as well, where I am heading the environment and the startup community over there. We recently wrote a book last year called Bharat Ke Eco Startups, mentioning about 70-75 startups in India who are working on plastic waste management or any type of sustainability. And we have seen a lot of innovations have come up in last 5 years after the EPR policy that came into place by the government. So that policy gave a lot of startups or a lot of entrepreneurs an opportunity to innovate. So such policies, if they come into place for different materials, it will give opportunities for entrepreneurs like us to innovate more, so that they can take advantages of the policies and make a living out of it. So uh, associations like United Nations are supporting innovators. Government should come now and support the end use or make sure the consumer is using this kind of innovations that have been made in the last 5 years. And 5 years is a very small timeline that everything has happened. So we need to act fast in those terms as well, of reusing other now or studying different materials also, and innovating in those sectors as well.
Definitely, as you rightly said, a global support has started your career or your whole direction, and it's very, how do I say, grateful that this has happened for you, and very happy that you've taken on this journey. And the practicality of it comes from the policies for sure.
I would actually like to add, I would like to show you what had happened about the United Nations. So we had started this initiative in the peak lockdown. Okay, my company is registered in the peak of lockdown, when everyone was at home. So this is how we had started, out of an oven and out of a wooden mold, to make something like this. So this is all out of milk pouches and polythene bag that were coming to our house. And as you can see, this is in the November of 2019 that we were doing R&D over it. Uh, and by Jan 2020, we had something like this. And then we went on to make some granules like this from the construction and demolition waste, plus the plastic waste that we were found. And this is the youth solution report that had mentioned us, and because of a small video, we got a lot of funding and started the initiative. So this is how the United Nations one report of supporting the youth or youth solutions has supported us, and uh, and has just initiated all the, you know a new venture for me in my personal life, as well as a lot of innovators. So with that, I think I would like to just close my all the statements.
Thank you so much, Sharang. I am sure, we are very sure that this is going to be very inspirational and a path that our young innovators can take forward with your reference for them. Like you are the role model now for them to get into this sector because not everybody even thinks about this sector. So that is really a great journey that you have embarked upon, and we are very happy that we get to be a part and try to support your venture as much as we can from our side, and again to inspire a lot of others to take on your journey as well. So thank you so much for such a very amazing and positive conversation today. Super practical, super powerful, and super purposeful. Thank you so much for
Perfect.
taking the time. Yeah, have a nice
No
day.
problem. Thank you very much.